I want revenge, but I gotta watch over your 10. Plus I got two myself, can't raise them from inside of a pen. I miss pulling up, seeing you grin. Even in disagreements, always prayed on seeing you win. One of the...
Alright, y'all, we back with another episode, and today we gonna talk about the double homicide of Thessalonias Barry and Isabel Cooper. Now this story right here is a deep one. Like, this is real deep, man, and it's a tragedy. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up though. I'm gonna go ahead and read off the news report on it. Man sought in connection with killings of pregnant woman, boyfriend in Newcastle County. The investigation into the deaths of Isabel Cooper and Thessalonias Barry have uncovered that Walter T. Lally was one of the last persons to have contact with both victims. Walter T. Lally should be considered armed and dangerous. Lally is known to frequent the city of Wilmington, however has not been since the murders of Isabel Cooper and Thessalonias Barry. The investigation began when Newcastle County police officers were dispatched to a reported motor vehicle accident in the area of the intersection of Kiamincy Road and Rothwell Drive at approximately 2 a.m. on May 24th, 2018. When the units arrived, they discovered two injured subjects inside of the vehicle. Both of the subjects had apparent gunshot wounds and were later pronounced deceased by Newcastle County paramedics. Ultimately, Isabel Cooper, 34, and her boyfriend Thessalonias Barry, 34, were identified as the occupants of the vehicle. The victims had been expecting their first child, as Isabel Cooper, at the time of her death, was 7 months pregnant. It's very sad. You know, you got a woman that was pregnant, you have a family to be, and from my readings on it, it seemed as though, like, you know, they had some type of relationship with the offender. Lally also is wanted on a warrant, unauthorized use of a vehicle. Newcastle County Police Chief called the double homicide a heinous act. Through their investigation, detectives obtained security footage that showed Lally wearing a Nike sweatshirt the night before and on the morning of the killings. Court documents said investigators later found a bloody Nike sweatshirt with gunshot residue. And it's just sad, man. It's just crazy when things like that have to go on, you know, when things like that happen. And where it happened at is not a bad part of town at all. Like, it's actually a suburb all the way out. Like, it's a beautiful part of town. Stanton, Delaware is right outside the city limits. And if you can live in Stanton, you pretty much made it in life. You know, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You know, and you know, it's a tragedy, like I said, that happened. And I just want to give my condolences, you know, rest in peace to both of them. And like I said, y'all, I want to definitely give a RIP out to both of them. And my condolences to their families. Man, it's a shame when these type of things go on, man. Like, we really got to stop this type of violence, you know. Things could be handled in any type of way other than that type of violence, you know. Violence is never the answer. I want y'all to know that. You know, we at an age now we should know better, you know. And we should be able to handle our problems without resorting to gun violence. No disrespect to nobody. I'm just speaking how I feel from the heart, and these things need to be spoken about. You know, once you take a life, man, you can't give them back. You can't apologize. You can't say I'm sorry and think that that's gonna make it all better. You know, people gotta start thinking before they commit these type of crimes, man. Think before y'all go run and get that gun, you know. It's a lot of people in the grave right now that should still be here with us. There's a lot of people sitting in prison for the rest of their lives, regretting, you know, that one day, that one night, that one decision they made. You know, violence don't make you tough. Killing people don't make you tough. Shooting people don't make you tough. Robbing, killing, and stealing and all that, it don't make you tough. What make you tough is how you stand up in society and do the right thing. How you persevere through adversity. That's what make you tough. You know, life ain't a GTA. You can't reset the game. It's not a game. You know, things have consequences. Life really does have consequences. You know, just a little something to think about, you know.